Hi guys. I can't tell you how many times I've restarted this video. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks and it's hard for me to get back into the swing of it. I'm trying to motivate myself, trying to push forward and go back to a regular schedule of videos. Hopefully this all works out. Hopefully you'll see this. Hopefully it'll be good. So thank you if you're here. Thank you if you're watching it. In any case, I am of course late for my October wrap up. November TBR, the good, the bad, and the books that I'm going to be doing. So it's very late. It's a third of the way through the month. Hopefully you won't mind because it's a way for me to start getting, making videos again. I have finished some stuff that I need to do reviews for. Like I said, hopefully this motivates me to move forward and do it. I did finish my werewolf book, my newest one, which would be I Killed a Werewolf for My Summer Vacation by Sam Whitaker. Going to do a review of that hopefully. And I still haven't done my hard-boiled bookshelf, ink and ammo hard-boiled bookshelf for my Cuba books. So hopefully that's coming. I also, because of the mood I was in, did a little more light reading. I read a couple of manga. I said I was going to do that though. The Marriage Toxin and the Sakamoto Days. So I did those. I also finished Daredevil Yellow, like I said I was going to. And I went on my way because I was planning on, before everything happened, to do a video for the 5th of November. And I was going to do, a Guy Fawkes Day video and talk about V for Vendetta. So I reread that. Hadn't read it in a few years. So I reread that. And I was going to do, the whole V for Vendetta video. As you probably know, that didn't work out. But in any case, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything about the graphic novels or anything, but if I do get to it and to make a video about it, obviously you'll know. You'll be the second to know. So that's what I have still coming up to finish. I'm also working on, I got like 60 pages left in Michael McDowell's The Elementals. So it'll be another horror review. I got a bunch of them in a row. I'm behind on them, so hopefully I can get this up. I'm almost done. I could have finished it last night, but instead I screwed around on my phone, and it's still been one of those months. So hopefully I can get through those. Those will be the next things that come up as far as reviews go. I still have a few other things I have to get done that I've talked about that I'm way behind on. So hopefully they'll get done. And I wanted to talk about what I was going to be doing for November. Now, I'm going to be obviously finishing The Elementals. Hopefully I can motivate myself to get that done. And then from there on, I'm going to actually be reading a little fantasy. I know, but a couple of my favorite fantasy authors have put out stuff. In fact, Michael R. Fletcher sent me a reading copy, an advanced reading copy of his new book that's coming out, Dogged, which takes place in the Obsidian Path universe, which is one of my favorite series ever. It's fantastic. As somebody who's not overly enthused with fantasy right now, it is still something I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish Elementals, and then I'm going to go right into Dogged. And so I can, because he was nice enough to send it to me, I want to make sure I give him feedback. So I'm going to do that on my Kindle immediately. That's what I'm going to be getting into next. So also coming up in the month, because like I said, I have fantasy that I'm reading this month. I'm also actually reading currently Urunder's Pass by Duncan Hamilton. It's the second book in that series. Sorry, I'm not really prepared. I'm kind of just talking. But I'll kind of fill in some stuff after in editing. But yeah, it's the second book in that series. It's fantasy, but it's very light fantasy. I like the series because it kind of leans into the more of a historical fiction a little bit with a Norseman, Viking kind of undertone. There's a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of magic in it. But what else I like about it is his books are very short and concise. They're not bloated. So that's something else I'm going to get through. I know it's a big fantasy month, especially when you consider also another one of my favorite fantasy authors put out a book this month. This monster, the last book in the Empire of the Vampire series, Empire of the Dawn. That's what it's over 800 pages. It's got some beautiful art in it, and I love Jay Kristoff. I think he's fantastic. I hate that they make it sound like he's some kind of romantasy author. I've actually seen these books put in romantasy. It's not romantasy. It's not romantasy, guys. It's about 767 pages. So that's going to probably take me a while. So I'm going to work on that through the month. Hopefully it won't take me too long. Like I said, this is going to be... I haven't done a lot of fantasy since the beginning of the year. Since... because I read the last Wind and Truth, the last Brandon Sanderson book at the very, very beginning of the year in January. I've barely touched fantasy. So it's going to be like a really heavy fantasy month for me because of just circumstance. It's just the way it worked out. But anyway, those are immediately on. And then I have an ink and ammo that I'm going to be doing. Regular ink and ammo books with a body count, which are my action adventure pulp stories. And I'm going to be doing The Inner World Adventure by Wayne Reinigal. And Death Warriors, Rex Brandon, Jungle Hunter. These are very cool pulp looking books. This is right on the back. It says New Pulp. I met Wayne Reinigal at Pulp Fest. I got this book from him along with a couple others and some artwork. Nice guy, great artist. He does all his own artwork. That's him. So these are going to be coming up right after Elementals and Dogged. These will be the next thing while I'm reading Empire of the Dawn. Then I'm going to do for ink and ammo, books with a body count, the pulp section. So that'll be coming up. And then my next werewolf read will be Wild Blood by Nancy A. Collins. So if you're into the werewolf reviews I do, this is the next one after I do the review for I Killed a Werewolf for My Summer Vacation. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in November. I was going to do actually a December as well with it, but I have so much that I want to read that I keep going and picking out what I'm going to do. I have a couple ideas and I know a couple things I want to do, but I want to get through this stuff in November first and work from there. So of course I'd forget something, first video I made in a couple of weeks, so I'm doing a little cut in. I did want to say that I'm hoping to get C.N. Chaney's second part to the 1-800-Starship series. It just came out. If I get that, that's going to jump into the TBR because I really want to read that. I'm looking forward to seeing the next book in that series and doing a review on that. So if I do get that, that's going to take a priority and also jump in this month. And I'll probably, hopefully spend more time focusing on reading that because I'm looking forward to it. I did want to mention, because I don't want to undersell it, Michael R. Fletcher, one of my favorite fantasy authors. Like I said, he sent me the Dogged Advanced Reader copy, and that's War Dog. That's War Dogs. Let me start this again. Dogged Advanced Reader copy. That's War Dogs Are Born to Die, and it takes place, like I said, in the Obsidian Path universe. And I can't understate enough how thankful I am getting a book in this series, which the series that I love, and it's about dog soldiers, which makes it even more fun for me. So that comes out in December. I don't have the date. I think it was December 14th. I'll tell you guys as it gets closer, and I'll definitely be doing a review on that. I was in a hurry, and I kind of didn't, making a new video, I kind of skipped over a lot I wanted to talk about that. So sorry about that I had to go back. Anyway, hopefully that I can get this done, and I'll talk to him about when I can talk about the book and let you know, because I did talk about in my my recommendations. I did a recommendations video where I suggested his Obsidian Path series, and I'm really looking forward to jumping back into that world. There's another book coming out to finish the series, but this is a standalone. I should make that clear. This is a standalone in that world, so yeah, I can review it at a different, in a different way than the rest of the series. All right, I'm going to edit out me searching my desk for my notes because I couldn't remember. But in case you're interested, Margaret Atwood, the author of Handmaid's Tale, her autobiography just came out November 4th. And Mara Carey, the writer of The Girl with All the Gifts and that zombie series and such, has a science fiction book coming out, Outlaw Planet, on November 18th, if you're interested. Thought I'd share. But like I said, yeah, just to cut in because I wanted to make note of the fact that my TBR will include the second book in the 1-800 Starship series if I get that. I have some other stuff coming up. Just thought I'd throw this in there and make more babble. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Beginning of the year, I have a whole bunch of new stuff and new segments, stuff I've talked about. If you've seen the old videos I'm going to be doing, that you'll have to wait and see if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so there's a couple. Of course, there'll be more things I add in. I always kind of add things at the last minute. I'll be adding the segment for my Conan, Robert E. Howard, Weird Tales authors and others segment, where I'll be doing more of that kind of thing, that old school, for everything from Robert E. Howard to Lieutenant Lee to H.P. Lovecraft, Edgar Allan Poe, all going to be in that segment. I'm going to try to get more of that in there. I've been, out of focus. If you follow the channel, you know that. Apologize for that. I'm trying to bring it back together. I just got through watching Nick at the Book Graveyard do his video, and I thought, you know what, if he can get another video out, then I can probably get up and go do one. So I figured I'd get up off the couch, put my phone down, stop watching Farm Simulator 25 videos. It's terrible. And try to make a video. And maybe once I get started again, I can get a whole bunch out and start getting back into the flow of things. I'm kind of doing this without a lot of stoppages and a lot of editing. So give me feedback. Let me know. And that's where I'm going to start right now. I'm going to get a short video out, tell you what's coming up, what I got, what I have to work on. So any comments, any thoughts, let me know. And I'm going to try and put a little new lead into the beginning of this. If it's there, you already know it. Tell me what you think. It's just something fun I was trying to do to motivate myself. A little. I kind of do this every once in a while. Just throw things in and see what happens. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Just trying something. In any case, yeah, that's where I'm starting right now. There'll be more. I just don't have it all worked out yet. And, that fantasy stuff's kind of big. So anyway, thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening to me babble as I try to get back into the flow of this. And please subscribe if you haven't. I don't always sound this ridiculous and this out of sorts. I had to take a break, a little mental health break, and I need to get back into the flow. So if you're new here, don't worry. It's all cool. It gets way better. Trust me, it gets way better. But subscribe and you'll find out. And anyway, so remember, secret to Zen, read books, pet dogs, listen to metal, and thank you all for being here. And hopefully I can get another video out soon. Thanks. Bye.